Dun dun dun. Now we're going to get into the really big questions that you all have about Kobe Bryant. All right, so we're going to ask, what happened to Kobe Bryant 2 hours prior to his death? What do you all think happened? Put it in the comments. I want as much dialogue and discussion as possible. What do y'all think happened to Kobe Bryant? All right, so this is the Jesus Christ card. So, and it's in his house of spiritual challenges. So this is saying that 2 hours prior to his death, he was prayed up. I get that he was doing this helicopter ride as a sort of leisure. And I also get that there was an educational component to it. But this was a bonding experience between he and his daughter. The 5 of Spades is here, and this is always known as, this is definitely known for the card for travel. So he knew that he was going to travel, and then we have the 8 of Clubs here as a card, which is the card for someone that has a lot of mental acuity, and that's incredibly determined in their way of thinking. So let's see what he was determined in what he was thinking about. These cards are indicating that 2 hours prior to the helicopter taking off, this was supposed to be a learning. This is supposed to be a teaching experience, a bonding experience. And I get that he just wanted to spend time with his kid. That's what I'm saying from this. He wanted to spend time with his daughter, and also to continue building their relationship. I get that as she was getting older, their relationship started to deepen. He started to understand her as a best friend. The 7 of Clubs is here, and this card is actually quite magical. It's in this house of hidden advantages, and this is talking about him doing research. So I see them studying. I see them studying something, learning something, having very powerful discussions about money. About they were talking about her businesses and what she was going to continue doing with her life. What was coming next for her in her life. And with the 7 of Hearts here, this card is indicating it's in his house of for the best path for him to take. So this is talking about instability. So this is instability in his relationship. So I don't think that I don't think at the time of his death, he and his wife were in a good space with each other. I think that they may have ended the 2 nights prior. They may have had an argument with each other, but there was some sourness between them. And with the 3 of Diamonds here in the outcome, this is talking about prosperity or a profitable venture. So this is saying that right after this helicopter ride, Kobe was supposed to have a meeting. He was supposed to have a business meeting, and I think that his daughter would have attended it with him, but she would not have been a part of the business meeting. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We want to know what caused the helicopter to crash. What caused Kobe Bryant's helicopter to crash? And the Jesus Christ card came out again. So what caused the helicopter to crash? I can't even say that. I don't even want to say that this was about it malfunctioning. Like, I don't want to say that the helicopter malfunctioned. I feel like the helicopter was sabotaged. To be honest with you, like, there's a 10 of clubs here in the house of hidden advantages. So this is a, I mean, yeah, I'm being very honest. I think that this was a form of sabotage. Someone was supposed to check the helicopter, and there was a huge failure. Like, this is not just a random, like, there was a fire or a wire came loose. This was almost like the transmission on the helicopter wasn't supposed to work, or it wasn't supposed to be flying for as long as it did. And once it reached a certain altitude, it came crashing down. Somebody did not do their job. With the Jesus Christ card here, this is the card for sacrifice in the house of personal truth and inner answer. So it's like, this is saying that this is some form of this. Yeah, this is some form of sabotage, some form of sacrifice. The house of what needs to be organized is a 10 of diamonds. So this is saying that this helicopter needed there were a lot of repairs that it needed, and there was a lot of money in repairs that it needed, and it didn't. The 4 of diamonds, people that are 4 of diamonds are typically known for having long distance relationships or traveling. So this being in the house of hidden advantages, this is saying that there was someone that wasn't on the plane that knew that this plane could not have lasted in the air for more than maybe even 20 minutes. Is how I'm hearing it, which is odd. I really did not expect this reading to take a dark turn. Okay, I really did not expect this reading to take a dark turn. The Joker card is here, and this is about child's play, and the best path to take. So, this is saying that there was a very glaring mechanical error. That this is not just a small mistake, but this is actually a very huge mistake. Especially with the Joker being beneath the Jesus Christ card, it's almost like making a mockery of what needs to be given. This is like, you give in order to receive, right? And so what was received? The 9 of Hearts. The 9 of Hearts. Okay. What was received? A business is received. So the 9 of Hearts is about losing something that's important to you, something that you're very much attached to. The 10 of Spades is here, and the 10 of Spades is about it's a very spiritual card. It's a card about spiritual refinement. And then the King of Diamonds is the card of big business. So there's a business that was being lost, or a business deal that, oh shit, I was talking about that earlier. The business meeting that he was supposed to have, or that was supposed to happen, he can no longer participate in. That's what's being lost. And that he's losing out on money, or an opportunity to sit down and talk about money. The 9 of Spades is here as well, and this 9 of Spades is talking about a spiritual loss, or a spiritual challenge, or somebody needing to let go of something so that they can achieve higher spiritual values. The 3 of Hearts, the 7 of Clubs, the 5 of Spades, again the card for travel. So this is saying that through the travel, through the failure of the travel, that Kobe loses out on a business deal. And not only that, not only does he lose out on a business deal, there are partnerships and affairs that he lost out on too. So he lost money and he lost friendships through his death. I'm not exactly sure what this means, but it means a lot more to those that are near Kobe and around Kobe Bryant than it would to the general public. So I already know that people are going to be contacting me from Kobe Bryant's camp because of my Nick Gordon reading. People from Whitney Houston's camp contacted me about the damn Nick Gordon reading. So This is about a big business meeting, a big financial business meeting that he lost out on as a consequence of the helicopter not even malfunctioning, but large parts of it not even working, and the person that was supposed to check on those things not being around to fix it, or not even saying anything about it either. All right, so now we're going to ask, was his death a form of foul play? The Jack of Hearts came out again. And the Nine of Hearts. The cards are not answering the question. The cards are not answering the question as though they're like foul play. What's foul play? They're saying that this is about not checking things, but it's like when you fly in an airplane, like airplanes rarely crash because they do mechanical checks on the planes, and he was too impatient getting on this plane. No one checked on it, and I also feel like not this plane but this helicopter. I feel like he's flown in helicopters before. This was something that was natural for him, but this helicopter needed major repairs. Not only that, with the card for mental satisfaction being in his house of hidden advantages, this means that he was being quite presumptuous getting onto this plane. And with the Jack of Hearts coming out in his house of greatest spiritual challenges, this is indicating to me that he was quite unaware that his life would have been, he was literally sacrificing his life for some higher good, because the Nine of Hearts is here and his house is the best path to take. So this is almost like his death. It's almost like his death didn't have to happen, but because it happened, his energy is being used for fodder by the universe for to stabilize it, to stabilize things, to stabilize an economy, or something of that nature. What is it stabilizing? That's the question. What is it stabilizing? Be more specific. Travel again. The Two of Diamonds, a business partnership. There is I don't know if this is a man or a woman, but there was someone that there's someone younger than him that he had recently traveled to see. And it talks about him and someone that he had recently traveled to see, where he handed over something important, something material, maybe a title, like as far as a financial partnership, and it stabilized the universe. Like it's almost like once he handed this over, the universe said, well, this next person is the heir to the throne. To the throne of business, or to the throne of this big business venture that you have, or to people's opinions, or large opinions. They now own opinions that, if they had a high opinion of you, this person now owns those opinions. The Six of Clubs is here in the outcome, and this is only talking about a sort of karma, but it's a sort of intellectual karma. But it's like, you should have known better. So people that are close to Kobe Bryant are gonna know that he probably always checks his plane before he goes, or that he was someone that was very knowledgeable about celebrity deaths that involved flights or planes, and he became a victim of that. And there's some irony here. So again, like I said, a lot of this, for people that are connected to Kobe Bryant, they're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. All right. How will Kobe Bryant's death affect the NBA? how do you all think that Kobe Bryant's death is going to affect the NBA? Tell me in the comments. All right, so the death card came out in the House of Organization. So this is saying that the NBA is now going to organize itself around his death, and the NBA is actually going to become a lot more spiritual because of it, especially when in terms of like supporting its players, business wise, in terms of money. Let me see, how are they going to support them in terms of money? Education. They're going to help to educate. The NBA is going to start trying to educate its players about investments, like long-term investments, and how to become the next Kobe Bryant, and trying to encourage for them to enter arenas of entrepreneurship. That's one thing that I do see. I see tons and tons and tons of conversations about this for the next few years. And I also get that throughout the year, there are going to be multiple awards and multiple awards named after him, and even a center or a stadium that's going to be renamed after him as well. I see that. I feel there's these cards don't look like grief. These cards look like celebration. These look like the cards of celebration. The cards of rebranding. It's almost like the NBA is going to respond in a very intelligent way, almost as though that they have a crisis manager. And I get that this is more about trying to venerate Kobe Bryant, not as much about grieving him, and also trying to help cement his legacy as a legend, and helping to immortalize his legacy. Let me see. Here's Kobe Bryant, the card that I pulled to clarify the death card. And the travel card, the Queen of Diamonds. They're also going to do things for his daughter as well. Like Vanessa Bryant is going to be celebrated. I think that there may be a mural or a candlelight visual that she, or maybe even a speech that she has to give, or that they ask her to give, or an award that they give to her in honor of Kobe Bryant and their daughter, and because of his death through travel. But they're largely they're not trying to take an emotional approach to this. I get that they're trying to be very strong and not grieve it. No Kobe Bryant jokes at all from this either. So if anybody mishandles how they speak about this, the NBA is going to fire them if they're connected to the NBA. A lot of this also looks like they're going to be trying to help to promote and push documentaries about him too, as indicated by the 7 of Clubs. With this Joker card here, it's about them trying to refresh the memory and the energy of Kobe Bryant. So this is not going to be a death that they just that they forget anytime soon, or that they just wash over. So yeah, guys, this reading has been over an hour long. I'm going to end it here. I mean, I'm going to do a Vanessa Bryant follow-up, and in 60 days, I will do a reading on Kobe Bryant. Let me see. Just ask the spirits. Is there anything that we need to know about Kobe Bryant's death? He was dead upon impact. Did not burn in flames. Period. So he died upon impact. He didn't burn in flames. He will, they're saying about his spirit, he will do They were saying he will do great things in spirit. His energy will show up in sports through numerology of his birthday and his death. The number 23 will be incredibly important to identify when his spirit has made itself present. Exclamation point. So this is like when the shot clock stops at 23, or there are 23 minutes and 23 seconds in the game or something like that. Just always look out for the number 23, guys. Or multiples of the number 23, or even players that wear the number 23, any of that. Like, I mean, you all are into numerology and chronic synchronicity, so look out for those things playing out. So yeah. All right. Thank you for tuning in to the reading produced by Black Spectrum Network. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell button to get the latest updates on this channel. If you want to receive these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date, then subscribe to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. We offer online courses that teach how to do tarot, create magical potions, and how to work with your ancestors, deities, and the African Diaspora experience. Visit the Shrine of Black Epistemology at blackepistemology.com. If you'd like mentorship with me or one of our staff, book a mentorship consultation on our website at www.blackspectrumnetwork.com. We live in a time where the celebration and supernatural metamorphosis of our Black excellence is more than a form of resistance to globalized white supremacy. Your journey does not end here. Make your next move your best move. I leave you with these words of wisdom from the rapper Dreezy. Gave mercy to these hoes. What would Jesus do? I'm your reader, Hugonzo. And remember, the truth is always collaborative. Thanks for watching.
So fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too. Cause when we're here, there's nothing better than the sky.